Hello, welcome to my video. Today I'll be doing question 11 from IGCSE past year paper 0606 edition of mathematics 2 October November 2018 series. So this is question 11. The functions f and g are defined for real values of x which are all greater than positive 1 by these two different functions over here. Okay, so one thing we have to be careful. Here it says they will only be defined for real values when x are greater than positive 1. Okay, so then we'll move on to the first part. Find g f x. So all you have to do is to substitute the f(x) here, this part, into the x in the g. So in other words, you turn this entire thing into x, and you stub it into the x in the functions of g. So it's pretty straightforward. Replace all the x here with fx, and that is 4x minus 3. Because this one can also be written as gfx. Okay, so after you substitute the fx equation to g equation, all you have to do next is to just simplify. 2 multiplied by 4, 8. 3 multiplied by 4, 12. And then be careful that here is negative, here is also negative. So it's minus 6 and minus 9. Plus 1 minus 1. And then you further simplify and they give you this form. And this is all you have to do in order to get your 2 marks over here. After that, we move on to the second part of the question, where you need to find the inverse of gx. So when we look at gx over here, so all you have to do is to, again, you may want to copy down your g equation first, and then after that, all you have to do is just to change the x here, all the x here into y, and all the y into x. And in this case, notice that actually this can be also be written as y, where y equals to gx equals 2x plus 1 over 3x minus 1. So to find its inverse, we need to make use of this single number y, the alphabetical factor, where it's y here, so it's easier for us to manipulate to find its inverse. And after you switch all the x into y, all you have to do is to rewrite this equation again, put it as in terms of y, this equation. So for the rest of the calculation and equations over here, it is my workings in attempt to convert this one equation here into a form where on the left hand side is y. So you may refer to this working after you have tried yourself. Literally all you have to do is just to change all the x into y, and after that just rewrite it again in terms of y in order to find your inverse of gx and to get all your 3 marks. And after that, come to the second part, or the third part of this question, which is the last part. Solve solve f(gx), which is equals to x minus 1. So it's really similar to the first part of the question, where in this case, all you have to do is just to replace the x here, the x in the function fx with the gx here. So just write the entire fraction over here and replace it with this one. Just replace this with this. Replace the fraction with replace the x with the fraction, and you will be able to continue to calculate everything. Because all you have to do is just to continue to simplify. So this is my entire working in attempting to simplify the equation. So of course, the 4 I just multiply by everything that's on top of the fraction, and then whatever is at the bottom I multiply it with the other terms that's without the fraction And then the bottom part, the bottom fraction can be eliminated for the first terms over here, the first two terms over here. And then as I multiply it with the other terms, notice that I multiply through x minus 1 as the whole expression with x minus 1 as the whole expression. So I bracket them. And then when I expand them, I will get a quadratic equation. And here we also have x, as well as some constants. And as we go on further simplifying them, manipulate the x squared, x, and the constants, you will be able to get your final quadratic equation over here, and then which you can further simplify by divide everything by 3. And you will get x squared minus x minus 2, that's equals to 0 because you move everything into the other side. So all you have to do is to factorize them, and then you will be able to get two different answers. One is x equals to 2, where something minus 2 is 0, and which is 2, and then something plus 1 is 0, and that will give you negative 1. However, we have to be careful that here it says function f and g are only defined for real values when x is greater than 1. So in another word, one of the answer over here cannot be accepted, and you have to clearly state it out to tell the examiners that you have recognized it and that you have identified which answers are accepted. So in this case, the only answer that is less than positive 1 is this. So make sure you write reject over here, and this will be your only answer. So this is what you have to do to get your all 4 marks for this last part of this question. So always refer back to your question where they give you the range of the x for a reason.